All right, green room yogis. I'm not high tech enough to use Zoom, but I'll put this on my YouTube channel, and it'll just be a regular old basic class. Here, look. I gotta show you my chickens. Hey, chicken yoga. Who needs goat yoga? Baby chick yoga. Anyways, let's start with a long seated spine. We'll do some breath work. Try to calm our nervous system down, stretch out our muscles, get into some belly power, straighten ourselves, breathe deeply. Chin slightly tucked, crown reaching, out with some kind of a sigh. And breathe in and out. Just to get into it, let's do our alternate nose breathing. So thumb on one side, peace fingers on your third eye. Breathe in, starting on the left nostril, breathe in. Switch your finger and out the right. Breathe in the right. Switch and out. Breathe in left. Now plug the left, open the right, and breathe out the right. Breathe in. Plug right, out left. Switch. Switch. And in. Switch out. In right. Switch out. And in. Switch out. One more time. In right. Switch out. Release that. Just come to a normal breath. Feel that nice cooling sensation in the head. Take a body scan from the top of your head down through your eyes. Your eyes relax in their sockets. Your jaw relaxes. Your throat. Your collarbones. Your shoulders, roll them up and back into the back space. Especially that right one. You've got a nice high sternum, but tucked ribs. Your heart expands and opens. Your ribs collect. Your belly relaxes. And your sits bones descend. Put your hand on your low belly and the other hand on your heart. And see if you can get a nice equal distribution between those two hands. So often we hold more energy in our high body. See if you can redistribute this high energy right into your low hand. So the blade of your pinky is almost at your pubic bone and your hand is right below your belly. Puff up that low belly. Keep your face nice and relaxed, your jaw relaxed, your your eyes relaxed. Okay, let's stretch both our arms out. Thumbs up. Reach just subtly into the back space, keeping your ribs nicely tucked. So just as though your arms can stretch 6 inches extra out to both sides. And reach into the back space. So you still got a nice connected belly, strong belly. Go into cactus arm and pulse just a little bit into the back space. Try to keep your breath long and relaxed. 5 more breaths of pulsing those elbows together, they're headed together, into the back space. Neck relaxed. It's their 3rd breath. 4th breath. One more big breath. Reach your arms around, grab your wrist with your right hand and head those arms up to your back heart. Waggle your shoulders a little bit. Switch your grip, left hand grabs right wrist. Waggle. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Now roll your shoulders. So we're rolling them into the back space. Other direction to the front space. Big, huge breath. Let's grab our fingers and draw up the Sushumna channel and down, pulling our fingers towards our body. Out breath, in breath, up and out. And other hand in and out. Just holding that breath out as long as you can. And in and out. In. Let's put both our fingers towards our body. Stick out our tongue, stretch our throat. And lean back. Switch your arms. So now you've got the front of your forearm stretching, fingers pointed towards us. Lean forward, eyes of elbows face outwards. Right into tabletop. Kick your bolster away. And let's scooch around in our circle so you know we're parallel. You guys know the deal. Other direction. Curl our toes under. We're going for it here, right up into our down dog. Walk your feet, stretch your arches. Undulate through your spine if that feels good. Just tracing what you need specifically in your own dog. Maybe you want to do your waggling of the hips, that speed runner thing where you twist to one side, looking under your armpit, right to left. Keep breathing here while you're doing your own explore of your dog. Maybe you want to really reach your heels back and open the back of the knee. Or maybe you want to bend your knees deeply and bounce. Or both. That bouncing feels really wonderful on your organs to get your femurs pressing into your ribs. Relax your neck, wiggle and waggle. Let's come through and hover. So step back about 4 inches. It's like a plank, but our knees are hovered. Yeah, line up your elbows right over your wrists. Hover, hover, hover. So you can feel your belly engage. Modified plank. Let's do a real plank. Can you see me? Doop. There. And lower. Elbows are really tight against your body. Just go to the point where the shoulder capsule feels nice and calm and safe. Lower your knees and scooch back. Your butt goes right onto your heels. Keep your toes curled for that extra arch stretch. Walk your fingertips way forward while keeping your shoulder blades down the back. Breathe into your lower back. Really puff up at your kidneys. Lots of space in your low back as you breathe in. Actually, let's put our hands right on our kidneys. You can come off your toes if you like. And sit right back on your heels. Now put your hands right at the top of your hips and squeeze that kidney area. So the heels of your palm are moving towards each other. And you're just giving your kidneys a little gentle compression. Feel for discrepancies right to left. Not making any big deal about those discrepancies, but just noticing maybe there's more tension on the left side, on the right. Just a nice gentle compression into your kidneys. Rock back and forth on your heels. Switch your head up. Okay, release your kidneys. Slide your left hand forward. We'll do our little twisted child's pose. So thread your arm underneath your left armpit. Petra, I wonder if you're out there. Helen, Stephanie, Shelley. Slide back. Slide the right hand forward, thread the left. So you're trying to keep this left hip, it wants to waggle. Try to keep your hips square. Opening that area between your vertebrae and your shoulder blade on the left. So right in here is what we're going for. Let's come back up into our tabletop and waggle our tail for real. So hitching that hip up towards your shoulder on the left, right, left. Look over the hip that we're lifting. Okay, much as we want to relax our belly, we want to strengthen our lower belly and our lower back. I got a hair. Okay, lift your left knee out, straight out. Now little tiny circles. Our hips are square to the ground, both hips equal. So just little tiny circles. Keep your breath nice and long, even though your belly's tucked in. Keep that breath going all the way down, other direction. You can just be little. Bend that knee, the foot goes parallel to the ceiling, and now pulse. So you can feel this in your hip flexor, hopefully lengthening right in through here. Pulsing. You've got your belly, so your belly button is pulled into the back space. Play around with that hip opening into the fire hydrant position and closing by pulling that knee, tucking it in behind your other thigh. Can you guys see that? So going a little figure 8. I don't know how to get better angle on that. Okay, lower that knee, curl those toes, sit back, get nice and tall and long, hands in prayer at heart. Big breath in. And in and out. It's nice to keep our feet really open in this time of COVID. Keep our ground. Our feet are how we connect to the earth. So really stretching into all of your toes, relaxing all of your toes. And if we've got our bunions, feel into the bunion. Lean back a little bit so you've got your weight really into your heels. And come forward. We'll do our other side. So pick up your right knee. On your in-breath, send it out. Your hips square right now as we do our little circling. Hold your belly back into the back body. Other direction. Tiny. You can feel it in your thigh and in your glutes. Now bend that leg, foot parallel to ceiling. Keep that tracking nice and straight so both femurs are parallel to each other. You know what I mean? Actually, this one's kind of pointed in, isn't it? Like a three-legged dog. I mean a real dog. So pulsing. So now we go fire hydrant and then scooch it in behind that femur. Fire hydrant, femur, fire hydrant, right? Good for your hip. And let's lay it down and now shake our rumps back and forth in our tabletop. It's way easier, right? Feel that nice loosening, that lubrication right at the sacrum. The triangle softens where it meets the flesh of the butt, right in there. Working our center, trying to open up and strengthen our whole center. So that involves hips and sacrum. And curl your toes right up into your down dog. Really luxuriate in your down dog. Do exactly what you need. If you need more strength in your shoulders, more stretch in your shoulders, just really using your own good intelligence and tracing your tightness, trying to relax any tension with your breath from the inside. So move your left foot a little bit towards the center. Send your right leg up. Doesn't have to be high. Oh, feel all that nice lymph. Open that hip and let your heel smack your butt here. Nice thump of that heel against your glute. That opens your hip flexor at the front. Okay, replace your left with your right foot. So first, a nice three-legged down dog. Then open your hip and whack your butt. Okay, close, lower your toes. Here we are in our just plain down dog. Come forward, walk your hands forward and find your hover plank. Make sure your fingertips are well into the mat so it's not too hard on your wrists. Lower your knees. Stretch back to your child's pose. Walk your fingertips forward. Put your forehead on the mat. Let's let that brow really relax. Let's spread our hands a little bit. Breathe in, elbows go way out to side. Another kind of a hovery push-up position. Come right through your chest on the mat. Reach back with your toes and come to a little pigeon. Can you see me? A little low pigeon. I always say pigeon for cobra. Cobra, cobra. I did that on my yoga test too. I'm called pigeon yoga. So waggle and get those hip points as much as you can, touching the mat. Your hands are under your shoulder. Your face is reaching forward. So these front lines are supporting your lift. You can take your hands away. Waggle your fingers at the edge of your reach. Keep your neck nice and long and relaxed. Streaming out your crown, out your fingers. You know the way we always do 6-pointed star navel radiation? See if you can import that feeling. So coming up from your belly, streaming out your arms and fingers, streaming out your crown. Lower your head onto your left hand, reach around and grab your right foot. Gently pull that heel to your butt. Keep pressing that right hip point into the mat. And release, switch your hand. So right cheek on your right hand, reach around and grab your left. Big, huge breath. Now reach around and grab both your feet and just feel out your bow. You don't have to go crazy. Knees are well pulled towards each other. Lots of energy between the knees. You can rock if you like. All right, release that. Reach around with your hand till you find yourself all the way on your back. Yes, send your legs straight up and give them a little shake. Fingers straight up, give them a little shake. Shake, 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 shake. Circling the arms all the way around. Feeling that central channel as you bring your arms and hands close to that channel. Right up over your head. Down the side body. Flicking, shaking off any tension. Trying to keep your hip flexors really relaxed. Up over your head, down along the side body. Whoa, pull that right knee in while the left streams along. Feel all that extra action and activity in your legs and in your feet. Waggle this knee towards your chest. Let that left knee bounce a little bit. Can you see properly? Not really. I'll use my iPad next time. So your knee is gently bouncing up and down. Other side. You can let that knee gently fall to the outside while you're waggling. And then come back to the center. There's a point where it gets crunchy. Just stop it there. Don't go into the crunchiness. Opening to the side. Letting that right knee waggle as well. Pick up both knees and gently pull and release. So that's that fascia feeling of that whole back body pinned on the ground while the contents of your barrel of your skin bag slosh around inside. All the fascia around each organ relaxes, releases. Your head as well waggles. Put your hands under your knees and bounce your knees against your forearms. It's a slightly different fascial release for your sacrum. So you've got a little pelvic tilt turning on and off and on and off. I'm going to do it. You know what I'm going to do. Put your hands under your butt. Send your legs up. We're not doing a really steep, deep shoulder stand. We're just sending our legs up. Our back is on the 60-degree angle. So our neck's got lots of room. Don't move your neck. Keep it nice and straight and relaxed and long. Oh, that feels so good. All that lymph right in around our groins. It's cleaning, cleansing, falling upwards. So we're not overstretching our cervical vertebrae here. Let's wrap the right leg around the left leg. Find eagle legs. Pull our knees towards us a little bit, opening up our lower back. Brain cleanse. We could all use a brain cleanse. Unravel those legs in that direction. Wrap them in the other. Pull the knees towards us. Okay. If your neck so desires, if and only if, you can head towards plow or do full plow. I'm thinking of all of your necks right now. I think you're all good. If it's too steep a curve for your neck, then you can back off to your 60-degree. I trust you guys implicitly for feeling out what's perfectly right for your own body. So if you're doing plow, you've got your toes tucked. Your hands are holding your hips. Relax your knees. Let your spine descend while you're supporting your butt back down to the ground. Vertebra by vertebra. You've got to turn on your lower belly to lower those heavy legs nice and slowly and carefully. Let's pedal out our legs. We can actually point our toes. Hands on your chest. Hands on your lungs. So you've got your breath relaxed and long, yet your stomach is turned on. Those low abdominals are actually working. There's the rub. Relaxed breath, working abs. Keep bicycling. You can move your bicycle straight up or all the way down if you want to get real. So here your legs hovering just 2 inches off the ground. Your low, your transverse and your obliques are working to lift the weight of that femur and leg. Back up, other direction. Few more breaths. Okay, pull that right leg in. Stretch that left leg long. Point the toes to the ceiling. Move the right leg towards the armpit a little bit. I'm going to put my carrots in today. They say April 15th. I say bah. Let's cross our body. You have to pick up your pelvis a little bit, cross our body, and find a little tiny twist. You guys know your twists. Don't go too deep. Make sure your twist is evenly distributed through all of your vertebrae. Let's come right onto our side. Move our arm underneath our face. Circle our arm into the back space, slowly feeling all points on that clock. All the fibers in our arm lengthen and relax around. So we can feel that stretching that we did on our wrists at the beginning. That's our lung line. I've been telling you guys, I think this big meaty part right at our thumb, it's a really important lung point. You take your pincher finger and your thumb and squeeze that big meaty point. You can feel a real sting there. Lung, large intestine. So this is lung 10. Large intestine 4, pinch away, pinch, pinch, squeeze. Do that all the time. Good for revivifying our lung lines, which run up this side of our arm. We're stretching it right now, clearing our lines, lengthening, de-obstructing. Reach that arm way overhead. Relax your arm, your shoulder blade, and I'm always saying hold down against your back. Let it ride way up so your arm bone's right against either the back of your head or your ear. Opening all in here. Take your arm or your hand and pat all of that lymph out in underneath your armpit. All right, back to our twist. And lift that knee. Straighten your pelvis out. While we're straightening our pelvis out, send both our hands over our head. Lift our pelvis and lower. In-breath, lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. One more time, lift. Just a little bit, just to your ribs. And lower. Move your right heel, your right pelvis a little bit. Move the left into the right. Pick up that knee, cross the body, and find your twist. It might be really different. You don't have to be symmetrical. Some of the best people I know are totally asymmetrical. Breathe into that spiral so that breath goes all the way down to your sacrum. Now circling your arms. Open that lung line. Reach through your thumb and index finger, other direction. Detail it. Keep your mind right in your shoulder socket and feel where there are gaps or numbness or a decrease of range of motion, and breathe it open. Okay, coming around, here's where we squeeze our lung, large intestine. So that meaty point right here. I think I did you guys a class. Right here. Squeeze. Should hurt a little bit. Right there. And right there. Squeeze. Okay, here we are in our twist, squeezing our lung lines, feeling those lines right up this arm, right into this high chest area, open and relax. Now let's put that arm bone right against our head, opening our armpit. Take our other hand and pound away in on all those lymph nodes. Increase our immunity. Frankly, okay, come back to our back. Take both our hands and pound our lungs. Bend your knees. Take a nice soft hand and just whack away on the where our arm bones join our body. Tap, tap, tap right against the sternum with nice, light, relaxed fingers. Out to our shoulders. From our sternum, trace our collarbone out to our shoulders again. Keep that right hand relaxed, Helen. I don't should add any tension into that shoulder. Okay, lift our knees. Right here. I don't know if you clued into my other class, but I was showing you guys your lung lines. So right here, where your arm bone joins your body, is lung 2. Lung 1 is 3 fingers below that. So that's your source point. Take your third finger and just stick it in there, right there. You can lay weight in on this hand. Should sting. Stings. And then, same deal. Up right where it joins, so this little divot right underneath the collarbone, lung 2. So you put your finger in there, then lay weight in. Doesn't sting as much actually. So poke around, find the point that really stings, and make it sting. Blunt force. Other side, right? Here's lung 2, 3 finger below lung 1. Locate the biggest sting. It's right in between ribs. Where's my acupuncture man? I usually have him around. So we're laying into that lung 1. And then lung 2. Right here. I love my new chickens. Listen to them. Okay, so here's the lung line. Right down to that fat boy. From the clavicle down the white meat, the edge, right into that big point there. So take a soft hand, pound from where we were, down that line, right to the meaty point, then back up, back down, right to the meaty point, then back up, across the chest, other hand, right in there, down that right arm to that meaty point, and back up. I don't know if you listened to that last class, but if you guys only want straight yoga, please email me. We don't need to do all of this shiatsu stuff, but it's good for us. So tracing that line of lung, reaching both hands to each side. Big breath in. Let's get down. come through our tabletop till we're in standing. Then take your big scoopy arms and scoop up earth. Draw it up the inside lines. Breathe out. Send all that earth energy to the sky. Bend your knees. You can spread your feet a little bit more. So my knees are really bent, tracking over my big toe. Elbows are bent and relaxed. Big breath in. As though we've scooped the whole sky, and then drawing it down 4 inches in front of our body, feeling our hands comb those lines, clear those lines, return it to the earth. Breathe in, scoop up earth, breathe out. Whatever breath timing works for you, send it to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out as we draw that sky down to the earth. Breathe in, scoop, and draw earth up to the sky. Breathe out. Make this real for yourself. Big scoop of sky, and then lower really slowly. You can feel your hands buzzing all the way down those front lines. Your body and your hands are bouncing back and forth. Then really spread your legs. You've got your hands right at your belly. So it's the alignment isn't as exacting as in Iyengar. Our knees are heading over our big toes. Our hands are right in front of our dantian, about 5 inches, 4 inches off the body. Our hands are really active. The force is strong. And then we're bouncing between our belly and our hands, cultivating chi power. The chickens can feel it. Hey girls, can you feel that? Yeah, they feel it. We've got our pelvis nice and neutral. We're not tucked and we're not extended outwards. We're nice and neutral. Bounce, 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 bounce. Ha, 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 ha. Okay, let's stop bouncing little by little, heel, toe, till our feet are right under our knees. Now here we are in Yoga Land. In our mountain. Scoop our hands all the way through and let's do a little flow. I don't know if you'll be able to see my flow, but you guys know it. So you scooped your hands up over your head, gaze to your fingertips, out breath all the way down. As much of a knee bend as you need. In breath, we rise halfway up. Let's do that again, and out. And halfway up. And out. Halfway up. And now hands down to the ground till we find our real plank. Our breath is caught at the top and then lower. You can lower all the way or tuck your toes and cup, undulate into an up dog, gaze up. You can have your knees on the ground. Shoulder blades are held down the back. Shoulders are as far away from the ear as you can get them. Gaze between your eyebrows. Out breath, lower your knees, send your sits bones back and find your dog. Walk your dog. Send your right leg up high. Out breath. Step that leg right in between your hands. Roll through that back foot. You guys are at home. You get to do exactly whatever your body wants. That might be knee down. That might be knee a little bit bent. That might be leg totally straight. Nobody's judging you. We never judge you anyways. So let's just really feel that opening in the quad. Help ourselves up. Arms reaching into back space, shoulder blades down. So we're going for this hip flexor opening right in here. You can put your steeple hands together. We're not exactly flowing, are we? Let's just hold these a little bit. We can, once we get warmed up in them, we can flow them. Scooping around back. Arms return to the mat. Smear that back into your down dog. Lift your left. Pull that knee in. Place that foot in between your hands. Stretch open that. Lunge. I actually feel that in my lower back a little bit. The stretch comes right up around the flank. Wherever your stuckness is, point your awareness there and then your breath. You can lower your leg if you like, if that's what you've done on the other side. Just working into opening that hip, that hamstring. Make it your own, yogis. Make it your own. And helping ourselves up on our knees, rolling our arms through the back space. Strong front leg. Tracking that knee right over that big toe. If that feels at all goofy on your knee, back off. Smear that leg back to our down dog.